morning. It's Scott Cullen, editor-in-chief of the Cannata Report. It's Friday. It's Fridays with Frank time. Hey, Frank, how are you today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, Scott. I hope the same for you.
I am looking forward to the weekend. It's a beautiful day today. And you and CJ, a week ago, were at the American Co-op meeting, and you walked away from there with some interesting insights based on a panel discussion that you and CJ hosted. So why don't you share with our viewers today some of the things you may have learned and some of the things that have been on your mind ever since.
Thanks, Scott. You know, that you hit it right on the head. I fully expected that when we got the questions that the dealers wanted us to ask the panel, there'd be a lot of questions about back orders, questions about, how do we compensate for the erosion of clicks effectively? What are some of the other things that we should be getting involved with, et cetera, et cetera. But I was really, really pleased. I was surprised, but pleased to see dealers concerned about the future. What does the future hold for us 5 years from now, 10 years from now? And it was phrased differently in a couple of different instances. So it was more than just one dealer asking this same question. And the panel, which I have to tell you, I was so pleased with, was Oscar Sanchez from Kyocera, Mike Maruzik from Sharp, Laura Blackmer from Konica Minolta, Jim Caridi from Ricoh, and Bill Mello from Toshiba. Knocked it right out of the park. These groups, I shouldn't call them clubs, all have pretty much the same policy. What goes on there, keep there, don't divulge. I'm going to just kind of paraphrase this question about what's the future hold for dealers, because I think it's a very, very important question, and I'm thrilled to hear dealers saying, hey, where is this going to take us? So with that, here's my point of view. The options that dealers have for the future are very simple if they want to stay in print. Now there's two options. One of them is staying in print. The only way you can survive and be purely a print type dealer, where you would be selling devices that print of all sizes and all revenue streams and all different segments and applications, is you got to take that imaging base that you have, use it as a foundation, and build towards the high volume. It's that simple. We've told that story a million times, and I don't need to go into that again and what that means. What's the other option? The other option is on the services side. The mere fact, I watched Fridays with Frank, and it brought back to mind that I talked about this. You got an outbound sales force, outbound service, and you got a service capability. And many of the dealers are doing a good job in the services area. That could be the future for them. Well, it could take on many, many forms, many iterations. But just think about it. You have the relationship with the client at the most critical part of the business. You're supporting their network. Anything that customer does entails your involvement to support what activity it is, whether it's new products, new services, new billing applications, et cetera, et cetera. So there's two options. That's what your business could look like. Can you do both? Some will, and some are. In looking at our survey results, the leading dealers in the country are clearly going in that direction. The difference is that the disparity in terms of percentages on the print side versus the services side is great, but the revenue, because of their overall size, the revenue is very, very significant, because some of these $100 million dealers if they only have 5% or 6% of their businesses on the service side, $6 million. So at any rate, those are the things that most impressed me.